Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining our team call tonight. You know, Diane and Sandra and I have been talking a lot about what could really help you get more involved, have more success, and be able to feel like you really have a good idea of what you should be doing, how many people you should be talking to, and it all comes down to tracking. I've been a coach for a little over 2 years, and as we were kind of thinking about our beginning steps as a coach, we thought tracking was the thing that kept us doing the vital behaviors that we needed to do in order to get people on board, to get people to join us, to help change lives. And so we have decided that we want to have a little contest in our teams. But I'm going to kind of explain, we're going to kind of explain that towards the end of the call. And we're going to explain what we're going to use to help us track who we're talking to, who we're following up with, and the vital behaviors that we are doing. Because honestly, this business can have you pulling from so many different things. I think I have to do this. I think I have to do that. And it really comes down to the vital behaviors: inviting, keeping the products work, and doing your personal development. Okay? If you have not yet the Power of Threes document that I posted in our team page, please be sure that you post or that you print that out and you have that every single week. This is what we're going to use to track and then also be a part of our contest. Okay, so the point of this call is to kind of explain the form. We're going to go through and talk about each different section, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to make it into a contest. So thank you for sharing your screen, Diane. That is what it looks like. And so we're going to start. Diane, you're going to start off with the first portion of the form, correct?
Yes. So my mic's not working very well. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead and put the form back up.
Okay, I'm going to put the form up, and then I'm going to put my face right on the notes. So just 1 second. Okay, so this is a kind of an Excel tracking sheet that we made for our team to, as Amy said, track those 3 vital behaviors. 1, invite, invite, invite. Also follow up, follow up, follow up. Vital behavior 2, be proof the product works. And vital behavior 3, be proof personal development works. So I'm going to talk about each day you want to try to add 3 new contacts. And in these little spaces, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can write down the names of 3 people that you added to your network each day. Who can you add to your network? Think of people that you meet in person. It could be people you meet at work, at your job, at your child's school, at your child's activities. Is it dance? Is it a new season? Is it volunteering? Maybe at the grocery store, you see those same checkout people all the time. You can also add new contacts from people that you meet on social media. Maybe you live in a small town, you know everyone there. You may need to go into social media and start making connections, building those relationships there. You could do it on Facebook. You can join other groups of things that interest you. They can be outside of health and wellness, just something that interests you, and start communicating with people there, and then add them to your network and say, hey, are you on Facebook? You can friend me at, or what are you, and I'll look you up. Also, there's Instagram, but again, every day you want to try to be adding at least 3 people to your network. After you've been in business for a while, like Sandra and I and Amy too, you'll kind of start to go through your friends, your close family, and you are going to kind of get to the end of those people that you know. So you need to constantly be kind of adding people to your master list. You always have someone to invite to, because if you don't have anyone to invite to, you can't grow your team or your business. Sandra?
I was going to add to that, and I just lost it, what you just said. Oh, my goodness. I thought I had a good idea, and I just forgot it. One thing you can use to help add some people also, too, is the memory jogger, and I will show you where it is here in a little bit as I go over the next part of connecting, or what we also like to call building relationships. And we're going to go over that using the FORM process, which basically is an acronym for 4 different things. And I'm going to tell you where it is, and I'll show you through my screen, and then we'll come back to Diane's screen. So Diane, if you want to stop sharing that one, I will share mine. So on your Coach Online Office, you would go under News and Training. Is it sharing? Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. News and Training. And then you would go down to the Leadership Ladder. And if you have not been here yet, this is the place you should definitely start at. There is the first section that's called Just the Coach, or a Business Starter, where most of you are at. So if you go there, there's a little list of a to-do list for you to do. There's a section on Know This, and then a Learn How. So I'm going to click on the Learn How section. And then when you click on that section, I'm going to scroll down to this Connecting with People. And that's going to be the second part of our vital behavior number 1, inviting. Should be building relationships with people and connecting with them. And like Diane said, if every day we're adding 3 people, and if we focus on that Monday through Friday, that's 15 new people that you should be adding to your list. And I know what I was going to say now. It came back to me. Sometimes when you have a friend on Facebook, you can go to their friends or suggested friends and like those people, especially if you went to high school with them, or if there's another friend that you know is also in the Girl Scouts with your daughter, and you can connect that way to your friends' friends. So don't ever forget about those suggested friends on Facebook. That's what I was going to add to that. But here with connecting people and building relationships, on the training side, it says how to build relationships, PFD. So I'm going to click on that one. And this is what pops open. Do you see this, how to build relationships? Do you see that? Okay. Form is the process. You don't want to just invite somebody or right away, you haven't talked to them in a while, and just start by saying, hey, I'm doing this Beachbody thing, and do you want to become one of my new challengers? That's really going to make people feel uncomfortable. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable, and that's not what this business is about. You want to connect to them and really have something of value to offer them if it's something they need. If it's not, you're just going to be their friend and connect and just build that relationship. And what this form suggests is you start with F, and F stands for family. So ask something about their family. Most people love to talk about their family or their kids. So share something maybe that you just did as your family. Hey, I saw you went to St. Louis. I was just there also this last weekend. Did you guys get a chance to check out the Arch? So something like that as a connection. And I usually do this. I haven't been very good about tracking it, so this is going to really be good for me as well. But I do it a couple times a week to new people, but what we're asking you to do is do this 3 times a day to 3 different people. So you can start with this F part. You can ask them where they live, what the weather's like there. Do they have any kids? How old are they now? Gosh, I just saw that they did a ribbon dance in gymnastics. I have one friend, I just saw her daughter post a picture of that. Ask about that. So you're actually acting interested in them and in their life. After you maybe have done that, you can go into the O, occupation. Ask them about what they're doing with their job. How's life, balancing kids and their career. I know you went back to school after spring break. How's that going for you? Anything like that that talks about their job. And in particular here, if you look on the screen, it says, when they tell you about their job, you have a great opportunity to comment on what you might know about that particular industry, or ask about something you're unfamiliar with. So basically, you're really caring about them and their job and wanting to find out what things that they like about their job, maybe what's challenging about your job. And what this also does is it gives you a little bit of background knowledge as to, would this person maybe be good as a future coach? Do they like their job a lot? Are they telling you they hate it so much? Every Monday they're posting that, oh gosh, I wish it was Friday again. I have several friends that I see that every single Monday, and I think how sad for them to hate every Monday. I need to go and connect to them and say, gosh, girl, how come your Mondays are so hard? What's going on? What's your job like these days? And then talk to them, build that relationship. Once you kind of talk about their occupation a little bit, so maybe now you've had 2 conversations back and forth, one about their family, one a little bit about their job. You want it to be as real and as authentic as possible, not like that you're reading from a script. Maybe you notice something on their Facebook that you're connecting to related to family or occupation. Then you can go into R, which stands for recreation. Ask them what they do for fun. Where do they go on vacation during the spring break? Do they have a hobby? Or I noticed you're playing sports again. You know, do you miss that from high school? Or if that was where your connection was. Anything like that, just to work on building that relationship. So that's the F, the O, and the R. All those focus on you really caring about the person, getting a little bit of background on them, and understanding where they're at in life right now. Then that leads into the M, which is the message or the real inviting part. And in this part, if you did the F, the O, the R, if you worked on that part and had a conversation back and forth, maybe over a day or a couple days, when you do this next letter, M, the message, it's not going to feel icky. You will have heard something maybe that'll spark, like, let's say they complained about Mondays at work. I know it's so challenging. I just hate going back to work on Monday after I had my last kid. It's been hard ever since, or whatever they struggle. This is where now you can make your message be very personable to what they have told you. Show that you truly care about helping them because you're willing to offer support for free. I just did this with a girl. I had been building a relationship with her for the past week and a half, and she was going to buy the Refresh Challenge Pack, and all of a sudden she stopped responding to my messages. I thought, I wonder what's up. I went to her page and she posted a picture with all this healthy food. So, and she said day 1. So I knew something happened. So it's okay. I just sent her a little another message and I said, hey, I saw your picture. You're doing the healthy thing day 1. What are you doing? Let me know how it's going for you. She felt not threatened. She immediately responded back to me that day. Yeah, my husband hired a personal trainer as a friend from high school. I wasn't offended. All I responded back was, good for you. It sounds awesome. Let me know how it goes. I'm here to help you. Let me know if you have any questions. Share your successes with me. So did it end up being a customer? No. Did I build this relationship? Absolutely, I did. I spent about a week going back and forth. Will she be a customer in the future? Maybe. But whatever reason, I truly acted like I cared about her, and I told her that I wanted her to continue to tell me how it goes with this new trainer and this new eating program that she's trying to follow. So in this M part, this is where you now can say a message. You can talk about the freemium. If you're going to do a freemium, do you guys all know what that is? It's something you offer to a group for free, maybe like a 5-day free eating group, or like some people do a 5-day eating plan group, or a 5-day of crock pot meat eating, or another one I've seen lately is a free like Beachbody on demand group where for 30 days you can get a free club account with you, and they can do the Beachbody on demand programs with you as a free group just to kind of get them used to being accountable. So freemiums are a great way. Another way is, what did I write here? Inviting them to your like page. You have, recipes there, or you post free workout ideas or anything like that, just to get them to connect to you and engage with you more. So in the message, it's just so important that you talk about that you care about them and what you have to offer. If you have a new group starting in a week or 2 or 3 weeks, this is another great time to tell them about that. So that won't feel icky if you've done the F, the O, and the R, and you built that relationship. Then you can go into messaging them about your next group that's starting, whether it's a freemium one or it's a paid one like the 21-day fix or something like that. So that was my part. I want you guys to make sure you take a look at this if you haven't ever been on here.
All right, so I'm going to go on to the next part, which is invite. And it does say invite 3 a day to your challenge group. So kind of to put your mind at ease, some of the names that you're putting, or maybe even all of the names that you're putting in the connect section, could eventually move down to your inviting to your challenge group. So you don't necessarily have to have different names. Like, so let's say Monday you talk to Jenny. You might have her in connect on Monday, but by Wednesday, you can have her down in the invite section. So you don't have to come up with new names for every single section every single day. The way that it works is that you take them from one section to the next section until you can finally invite them to your challenge group. So some of the things that I did, especially when I first started out, was I kind of thought about people in terms of groups. I know Diane kind of hinted at this. I thought about my college friends, my soccer friends, my high school friends, my church friends, etc. And I just made a huge list of people in those categories. And then I kind of started talking to all of those people at the same time, so that when it came time to invite, I could say to them, we've been talking about this. I really like to invite you to my next fitness group. Would you be interested? By the way, I also invited so-and-so, who they all also know. It would be really fun if you guys could do it together. So that way they kind of knew they weren't really alone in being invited, and that there was that safety blanket there. So I did that a lot at the beginning, and I had a lot of success with people joining with their friends. So you can do this through personal messaging. We always say it's still important to put those all people invites out on your Facebook wall. You may not get any kind of interaction for those posts, and I know that can be kind of sad, I guess, for lack of a better word. If you don't get any response, then you're like, oh, I guess no one's going to be interested. Keep putting those invites on your Facebook wall, because people are seeing those. And if they see that you're doing it consistently, when they finally get that nudge to make a change, they're going to say, oh yeah, I remember I've seen tons of posts from so-and-so. Let me reach out to them. And that's happened a lot to me just by being consistent and posting those every single month. People are starting to come to me. And that is obviously the goal, is that we're not feeling so stressed to keep going out and talking to people all the time, but to have people come to you. So keep putting them out there. I know in our team page, we all put our like pages and stuff so that we could go comment. Even if we're not joining the group, we can just go comment and make you guys feel like you're doing something that's important, which it is. So think about who could you invite kind of as a group, and then you can go back and do the form with them. And that can be helpful. So the next thing is the follow-up. And actually we decided that we're going to dedicate a full call to follow-up, because the fortune is in the follow-up. Now we are writing the names on this paper because what you track and what you pay attention to is what you do. And so if we write the names down that we know we need to follow up with, we're going to follow up with them. How many times have you talked to someone and then they fall off, or you forget, and then that you don't get a sale? How many times have you been texted and you forget to respond to the text? How many times have you received an email and you just forget to respond to the email? It happens to everyone. I have found so many times that people say, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Thank you so much for following up with me. So make sure that you write them down so you don't forget them. We don't want people falling through the cracks. We want to make sure that we get everybody on board who wants to do this and change their life. For me personally, I don't let more than 24 to 48 hours pass without following up. Generally, at the end of every conversation, I will say, can you please get back to me by 2 days from then is. And if I haven't heard from them 2 days from when we're talking, I send them a follow-up message. And I always try to say, like, I'm not trying to be a bother, or, I don't say I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, I don't want to be a bother, but I wanted to make sure that I got back in contact with you about this because you really seemed excited about it. Kind of just lowering the whole stress, like I'm trying to get a sale out of you. Kind of go back and talk about what they told you they wanted to achieve, and then see where it goes from there. So the fortune.
Something right there.
Yeah.
I think right there also it's really good to say, did I answer all the questions you had for me, or did you have any other questions, that maybe are holding you up that I could answer for you? Just want to find that out before I move forward with my next group, and I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah.
So saying something about, did you have any other questions for me? And I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah. And
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. About following up and like keeping track of your customers, because that's what I'm like trying to figure out now, because that's what I'm having trouble with. Do you just write it down, or do you, because I know you use automatic CEO, is there a place in there that you can like type in how to connect with somebody and then it reminds you to like follow up with that person?
I do all of mine paper and pencil. I don't do anything through automatic CEO.
Oh, really? Okay.
So like on my tracker sheet, so I have not been using this power of threes. I just use that tracker sheet that I sent you. And like, I will say like, emailed or texted 4-4. And then after that, I will say FU 4-6 and I will highlight it. And so when I come back, I can see who I need to speak to every day because it'll be highlighted.
And you just write it down in that little follow-up list box?
Yep.
Okay.
I put it in my phone if I'm supposed to follow up with somebody. So I go to that calendar date, 4-6, follow up Jenny Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it just in my phone with a little reminder, and then it pops up 15 minutes before whatever time I put it for. Oh yeah, that's right, Jenny today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use a planner, so I write down all my invitations like under Monday, so then when I'm looking at Wednesday, I can look off who I invited on Monday so I know who to connect with.
Ah, okay.
I've been using a calendar now too, and it's a lot easier as well in big old spaces like that as well.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm having problems. The business activity tracker, I love it, but I feel like I don't have any space to write anything.
We've used the back. We flipped it over on the back.
Okay.
For more notes, for notes.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the ideas.
I'm gonna try it all and find out what just works for you. Because sometimes at some point in my life, certain things worked really well, and we change it. We just change it because there's new technology. We tried this. I tried the CEO thing for a while. That wasn't for me. That was overwhelming for me. So now we're going to try this together as a team, and we'll see how we do with this and making it kind of simple with the names. And I'll probably use my planner as well. But try a couple things and don't feel bad if it doesn't work for you, and switch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've changed my bat like 6 times, like just kind of creating my own thing of what's important to me to make sure that I track, and what are some things that are like causing me stress that I don't need to worry about. And so that's why I kind of made up the very, very simple one that you have. But this is going to be important because I know that I need to work on adding people to my network. I know that, there's just certain things I haven't been doing as much as I need to. So, just writing their names in here will work. And then I think I might even start trying to use my notebook like they are, of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that is an easy way to say, okay, it's Wednesday. Let me go back to Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I like to see it. I can see, oh, there are the 3 names I did on Monday. Yep, follow them up on Wednesday. Oh, they're the 4 I added on Tuesday. Follow up Thursday.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Okay.
Something else that I've done is if you get to the point where they filled out a WooFoo form, just kind of a little bit of information about what they've done in the past, I print those out and then I write on them any little notes that I need to, if then I talk to them on the phone. And sometimes those people aren't ready to order yet. So I kind of have them in a section of my notebook, a kind of like parking lot. So those are people I can always refer back to and invite at another time.
Okay.
That is a great thing to comment about, because I have had a lot of people that I've come back to 3 months later, and I just say to them, I just wanted to check in with you, see how you're doing. Did you have any more interest in talking about my group is now a better time? And I've had a lot of people say, yes, thank you, now's a good time. So that parking lot idea is fantastic. And you're going to get a lot more people on board the more consistent you are with your posting and following up with them.
Okay.
And I have that parking lot kind of thing on my phone. It's just called, you can't probably see it, challenge groups. And I have the month at the top and then the people's names. So like I already have lined up for Country Heat. I have like 12 people right there who had suggested, I posted something and they clicked like. So I'm like, I was going to write all their names down. And then a couple people last month said, no, I'm not ready. There's spring break, maybe after spring break. So I asked them, is it all right if I talk to you again about it right after spring break? And they're like, sure. So I have like 8 people right there. So I use my phone a lot. I make notes like crazy
Okay.
here. That's like my parking lot, same as like what they're saying, but it's on my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, those are all great ideas. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just keep trial and error. You'll find something that works.
Okay.
All right. So Diane, you are going to go to vital behavior number 2 and 3, maybe.
3. Yes. Personal development.
Yes.
One moment, I'm just going to share my screen.
Do we need to talk about vital behavior number 2 at all? Be proof the products work?
I think you're all doing your workouts in Shakeology, right?
And if you need to join a group, that's because you're in programs or you don't have any challengers, then join one of us just so you're in a group. So you're kind of being consistent yourself. If I know coaches need it as well. We're just like real people too. So join one. So Diane, you're going to go over the personal development part.
Yes. Okay, so first I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Super Saturday video. I hope you all have had a chance to view it. They very much talked about how the 3 vital behaviors are non-negotiable. They are things that you need to do every day. And they ended with a video interviewing several of top elite coaches about personal development. I know this is one of those behaviors that I struggle with. I know a lot of coaches, when they're kind of stuck in their business, it's because they're not doing that personal development. So the Super Saturday that I went to in Indiana, Jenny Swisher did a great presentation about, what was it called? It was Be Stronger Every Day. And Stronger Every Day is our theme for Summit this year. And she did a great presentation about personal development. So I'm going to share a lot of what she said because I think it is so important. So first she showed this picture. Can you guys see that?
It didn't open up yet.
A picture of a horse in a chair.
It's not opened up. Double click it.
It's open on mine.
Maybe you have to click that to share. We just see your screen with that one. Want more, give more.
Nope. You don't see it?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I will tell you then what it was. So it was
Go
a
back
picture
to the screen you were on. We could see it, but it was this big.
Right. I opened it up. I'm so sorry about this.
Yeah, it doesn't open up.
Okay. I don't know why that's not working. Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm going to stop my screen share then. Sorry that you can't see me, but my microphone's not working well. So what it was, at the end of that video, one of the coaches said, if I want to take my business to the next level, I have to take my brain too. And I thought for me, that was the biggest nugget that I got out of that Super Saturday video, is that I need to work on that personal development. So the number one thing that's holding you back is you. I had a picture and it was a horse with reins and it's tied to a chair. And that horse, what is itself. It could run away. It was a little plastic light chair, but oftentimes we ourselves are the ones that are in our own way. So what is personal development? It's the act of seeking growth and improvement in life, business, relationships, and leadership. It boils down to personal development is just becoming better. She mentioned that sometimes if you feel stuck about what to post on your Facebook page, it's often because you're not reading enough. When you are filling your brain each day with personal development, it always provides you with something that is helping you grow that then you can share with others. Personal development also puts you in the right place of mind. I know a lot of us have some negative talk. It puts our mind at ease and it turns the ignition on to kind of help with that creativity and how you can help others. And what you can do is you can share what you yourself are doing in personal development and how it's affecting you.
I like that part, especially the emotional connection to that part. And Jenny Swisher is fabulous at that. If you don't follow her, you should, and check out how emotional some of her posts are.
So as Sandra was saying, she doesn't post sweaty selfies or stuff like that, or drinking her Shakeology. What she shares is what she's doing with personal development. And she said for vital behavior number 3, instead of just personal development, she thinks it should be said, become proof the personal development works. And I really like that because it kind of forces you to act with it. So some of the suggestions on how you get in, these are things that she herself does. On Amazon Prime, she orders 1 to 2 personal development books per month. You can get them the very next day. Buying like a Bluetooth soundbot for your shower. This is something that I actually did. So it's just kind of a waterproof speaker they put in your shower. I listen to the national wake-up calls while I'm showering, podcasts. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Also, she mentioned this app called If This Then That, and Chalene Johnson has mentioned that before too. Personal development, about maybe forming a mastermind group with other coaches, and also doing a gratitude journal, writing down each day things that you're thankful for. And also the importance of building personal development into our team's culture. Again, this is something that I think some of us struggle with at development. So kind of making it one of those non-negotiables for our team is so important. Something that she does is she also sends in the mail to those coaches that have achieved Success Club 5, or when a new coach joins her team, she sends a book. I know that's something some of us have done before. We've sent them The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. Some other ideas is if we wanted to either form a personal development book club or a podcast Facebook group, we all listen to or read the same thing and share. And this I thought was very telling. So Jenny Schrischer, I think she's now a 6-star diamond coach. She was stuck at 1-star diamond or 1-star for a number of years. And then she really delved into personal development and her team skyrocketed. I think she was number 6 on one of the Team Beachbody Cup months. And she shared with us, which I thought this was very telling, about a day of her work life. She works about 27 hours a week as a beach coach. And 15 hours of her work week out of those 27s are spent on her personal development.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's not workouts?
Nope. This is what she says she does. And again, everyone's different. Some of you are just starting out. She listens to 1 to 2 podcasts daily. She reads not just 10 minutes. She thinks 10 minutes a day is not enough. She said 30 to 60 minutes reading and 5 to 10 minutes journaling. So it comes down to 15 hours a week, about 3 hours a day if you do Monday through Friday. And then there is, he's an author. He's also very big on leadership and success, Jim Rohn. And he had a quote that said, "Work harder on yourself than your job. When you change, everything for you will change." And I know Amy and I recently went through a leadership kind of like seminar course. And in it too, we learned a lot about with leadership. One of the main things is self-leadership. You need to be a leader to yourself and guide yourself with that personal development. So kind of just summing it up, you want to dive into yourself and apply what you learn. So remember, you're the one that brings the energy to your team, to your business. If there's anything that you want more of, you need to give it out. If you want more money, you need to give some. If you want more love, you need to give it out. If you, and people, again, are attracted more to your growth and kind of as you become better with that personal development, how your life becomes better and changes, than they are about your body. And as I said earlier, is almost everything that she posts on Facebook is all about her personal development journey. People can really connect with that. There's that emotional connection because a lot of times people are struggling with the same things. And to help people get stronger every day, you have to be stronger every day.
Could you say who that name of the person that you said that you're talking about, her webpage? I missed the name.
Her name is Jenny Schrischer, and I don't even believe she has a Facebook Life page. I think she does it all through a personal page.
Okay.
But she was,
Do you know how her last?
how to spell her last name?
Yeah.
Swisher. She lives in Fishers, Indiana. She had a cubicle job. She was a writer, I believe, or maybe like for a publishing company. And then she was able to quit her job. Her and her husband opened up a fitness studio, and he's a coach too. So they're a great married team that are both coaches that have done well.
She has a like page.
Oh, okay.
She has a like page.
Okay.
Jenny Swisher, entrepreneur.
Okay. Thank you.
So I hope this kind of helps show you the importance of personal development and what it can do for yourself and for your business. So again, that the Power of Threes tracker that we gave you will help you stay accountable, just like we tell our challengers to do. You need to track. You need to track your food. You need to track those 3 vital behaviors to make sure that you're doing those necessary things to move forward. So our call to action, and Sandra and Amy, you guys can jump in if you want, is for you to print out that Power of Threes, which I know Amy has shared with her team. Sandra, I'll let you share it with your team. Print it out, and then starting tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to try to shoot for Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. Fill out those 3 things, those 3 invite, those 3 new contacts, your personal development, also your Shakeology, your workout. And at the end of the week, I think we said if you just take a picture of your sheet for that week and kind of share it within the group, you will then get put your name into a drawing. Do that each week for the month. At the end of the month, we're going to draw a name for those people who have submitted their Power of Threes for a prize. Everyone loves to win something.
Are there any questions about that Power of 3 form? Do you want to put it up again, Diane, so they can just see it? I don't think I put it in our group yet. I was waiting until we talked about it.
Can you guys see it?
Yep.
One last thing, I'm the kind of person that likes to do this in batches. So like I like to talk to like 10 or 20 people at once, and then just be talking with them the whole time. And so if you're the kind of person that likes to break it down and do 3 a day, that's great. But if you like to do it in batches like I do, just go ahead and feel free to kind of still write all their names down in those boxes. And you don't need to like really feel like you have to do 3 each day. You can do them all at one time and kind of write them down as you go.
The point is to be able to make sure that you get your 15 in. Like looking at this right now, I know I connect to people and I build a relationship each week, but do I do it 15 times to 15 different people? Probably not, because I haven't been tracking that part. Invites, I'm a little bit better about that. Vital behavior number 2, that's easy for me. But the worst one probably is adding 3 new people. I don't do that regularly. And if I even just thought about it on one day, I could spend one day searching groups and searching new friends, suggested friends, and liking even 15 people at one time, like on Mondays. And I could do all my, new people. And then if I ran into new people throughout the week in my life, it would be plus, it would be gravy. So just having to track it like this with you guys, I think is going to help push me even a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Any questions before we end the call?
Nobody has any questions at all?
No.
Well, we look forward to seeing you post the picture of this sometime over the weekend, and then we will put the names in the hat and probably make a little video of us doing that or whatever. Probably on Sunday or Monday, so you guys just see who's done it.
Is this starting like tomorrow?
Yeah, we're just gonna do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days.
Okay.
We're gonna do it for the whole month of April. And if
Great.
you have any questions about it, ask us. Ask any of us. Put it in the group, because if you have a question, somebody else probably has that question too.
All right, everybody have a good night.
All right, we're gonna stop recording.
Okay. Yep.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
Bye.